Hey everybody, Jimmy Eats here. Today we are outside. It's finally nice out. Feels good to be outside without a coat on. It's like the, I don't know, 5th or 6th day of spring. First day of spring we had some snow. It was pretty crappy. So kind of happy to be outside. I'm gonna do something different today. I'm not gonna be on the Blackstone. I went out and I bought a smoker. I know it's not a Blackstone, it's a smoker, but that's all right because I like cooking of all different sorts. So today I have it sitting right over here, all boxed up. I'm going to, we're going to open it up, we're going to put it together, and we're going to see what we think.
Yeah.
What I have here is a smoker called Z Grills. It's kind of a unknown smoker, as some kind of say. I did some reviews on it. I have the 550B model. Couldn't find a lot of reviews on the 550B. It's an older model. Got a really good deal on it, but the reviews are really good. I have a page on Facebook for Z Grills, and I asked them for some pointers on this one, and they all said go for it. They said I wouldn't be unhappy with it. So let's open it up and see what it looks like inside. Okay, so it's out of the box. This is the grill. Obviously the legs are up on the table. Pretty heavy. It's about 150 pounds. I think the whole box was, or 180 or something like that. According to the video I watched, I got to turn this guy over, attach the legs, get it up in the air, and then we'll get the rest of it. So stick around. All right, so I kind of sped through the put together process. I won't lie, I do not like putting crap together. I'm not good at it. I had to put these legs on twice because I had them backwards, both of them. There's no way I could put the shelf on down there on the bottom. So I had to flip it all around and do it because I don't like to read directions. I'm an idiot. But I'm priming it up. I'm getting the factory oil burnt off. That's why you see the smoke rolling right now. I'm doing what the directions say, as I had my daughter read it. Thank God I have one. And I just gotta check it out. I mean, it's rolling, baby. We got smoke, and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Burn off that factory oil. Now it's just gonna be an experiment. I am not a master smoker. It's gonna be some new stuff for me. I'm gonna start doing videos with it. I'm gonna go between this and the Blackstone, and I think I'm gonna enjoy it. So I'm pretty excited. Stay tuned. I will be back tomorrow, and we'll throw together some meat. We're gonna try and do some smoking, and we will see how it goes. So we'll see you tomorrow. So it is the next morning. I've had everything in the marinade for the wings. They are gonna be delicious. But first I'm gonna prep up the ribs. I'm gonna put the rub on the ribs, let that set to the side while we cook them wings on this right here smoker, the Z Grill. So we're gonna go get that started, and we'll be right back. Stick around. All right, so what I have here is Members Mark from Sam's Club. It's some ribs. It looks kind of like in a different package. There's 2 ribs in here, 2 racks. That's kind of how they sell them. They sell them in a 3-pack or this way, but I went this way because I didn't need 3 of them right now, and it was cheaper to do it this way. So pull this guy out of here, and then pull this one off. There we go. 2 racks chilling right here. Alright, so I mean, really they're trimmed up. They did a good job with the butcher. There's not a lot of fat on them. I mean, just a little bit. Of course, I believe this membrane is on here, so I'm going to remove the membrane real quick. Okay, so the best way to remove the membrane is to take like a butter knife, like so, and try to pop it underneath that membrane. Just get it started a little bit, just like that on the corner, like I have here. And then take your napkin, grab it just like this, and then pull her apart. I mean, it'll come apart in pieces. Sometimes it comes all at once. Just gotta work with it. Get it off there. Try to work it in there and pull it off. It's not the easiest thing sometimes. You gotta get it started, do it again. You see where it broke off right here? Get under there, work it back up, try to grab it. There, just like that. Now that membrane is gone on that one. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but once you get it started, it should pull right off. Just like that. See, if you don't remove that membrane, it's going to make it tough. You want it to be tender all the way through. That membrane is hard. It's going to be a barrier if you don't pull that off there. So now the next thing to do is put a binder. We're going to use mustard, so stick around. Alright, so just regular yellow mustard. It don't have to be a lot. You won't taste the mustard after it's done being cooked. It's just a binder, something to hold on to the seasonings that we're going to apply to it. This mustard works really good. It actually gives it a really good way to get everything stick to that real good. Now rub it all over, everywhere you can get. And then we're going to flip it over and do the other side as well. So a thin layer is fine. So like this. Flip them over. Do the same thing. About like so. Rub it in. Alright, so time to throw some rub down. And in this container, I have got a homemade rub that I put together. A little bit spicy, a little bit sweet. I'm going to call it the Smokin' Meats Rub. First time trying it. I think it tastes really good. We're going to give it a try on these ribs. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it on here pretty thick. Rub it around real good. Okay, and then for the outer rub, I have a rub that was donated to me by, it's called Dr. Door's BBQ. Great for grilling. Our Ruz coffee rub. We're going to give this a try. Put a little coffee rub on top. Then we're going to flip it over and get the other side. Like they say to put this on a fairly thick, not super thick, but like this. It's fairly thick. Get it all around there. Pat it in just like I did the other stuff, just like this. And then flip it over and get the other side as well. So on this side, we have to put my rub first, and then the coffee rub next. Okay, I got the first rub on now. Sprinkle on some of the second one. Alright, so I'm going to flip them back over this way. And we're going to let them sit for a little while we're doing the ribs, or the wings. So they're going to sit for a couple hours, which is not going to hurt nothing. So we'll set this over here to the side, and we'll start prepping up the wing. So right here I have a gallon bag with about 4.5 pounds of wings. I put the marinade on last night. I used soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, a little hot sauce, and some Italian seasoning. So they've been sitting overnight. That should be into that meat real good. These are going to be really good and juicy. So we're going to take them out. We're going to lay them on this rack. We're going to put some seasoning on them. Alright, so I got some wings spread out over top of this whole thing. I got them on there pretty thick. They're real close together. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some of my rub on top of this. Then we'll flip them over and do it again on the other side. So go ahead and flip them all. Want to get both sides, otherwise it just won't have the right amount of seasoning, obviously. Okay, so I got them flipped. Start applying the other side. Put it on kind of thick. Won't hurt nothing. Okay, now that I got both sides seasoned, I'm going to go out and I'm going to prep up this smoker, start getting it up to temp. We're going to slide them in. Stick around. Alright, so we're out here at the smoker and we are going to fire it up. What I got to do first is put it on the smoke setting. I also want to give another shout out, like I said, to my boys down at Drinking and Grilling on the Facebook page. There's one of their flags. You can get these flags. You can go to their Facebook page. I'm sure there's a link down the bottom somewhere. You can contact Shannon Castle or Lucas, the two guys that run that for the most part. They'd love to get you a Drinking and Grilling flag. They got t-shirts, they got I think they got hats, they got pretty much everything. Like I said, these guys, they donated a lot of stuff for me, some seasoning, some rubs, whatnot, and I want to give them a shout out and turn you guys onto their Facebook page. I don't think they're on YouTube, but Facebook for sure. So give them a shout, get on there, check them out, tell me what you think of them guys. So we're gonna let this prime up and then we're gonna start putting the wings on. All right, so as you can see, we got some smoke rolling. I'm gonna go ahead and put this rack right inside. Fits in there just right. I'm gonna let that smoke go around them wings for a little while. Get a good smoke on it. We're gonna crank the heat up to 275. All right, so I got them flipped. Back in they go for another 45. We'll check them in about 40 minutes. So my boys down at Drinking and Grilling, they gave me a quick call. They noticed that I had my wings on this pan. Well, they said I would be better off if I took this pan out of here and didn't have the pan, otherwise the smoke don't go around it real well and give you the smoke flavor you're looking for. So I'm going to take this rack, I'm going to lift it up, take this pan out, just put it right on there just like that. Now they said this will give me a better smoke. Didn't know that. Like I said, I'm learning stuff every day. Thanks guys down at Drinking and Grilling for the tip. We'll keep it rolling. All right, so we are about an hour and a half in. They got to be really close. I am going to open the lid. I'm going to use this digital thermometer that I got that my buddy Travis gave to me. I am going to go for a temperature of 165 or higher. I think it's going to be close. I was at 155 about 20 minutes ago. So we'll check it out. If it is not at 165, I gotta go a little longer. So let's see what it says. Boy, those look pretty good. I'm gonna pick a thick one right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave them on there for a little bit longer. Maybe another 15-20 minutes. I did kick this temperature up on the smoker to 400 degrees for the last 15 minutes or so. These ribs look phenomenal. Now I put these rubber gloves on, but I do have a pair of cotton gloves underneath them because this rack is really hot. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put it on here. We're going to take a look at these ribs or these wings. I keep saying ribs, but they're wings. Then we're going to put the ribs on right away. So let's check these out. Man, tell me those don't look amazing. All right, we're gonna set them right here. I'm gonna take them in. I'm gonna get these ribs on the smoker while it's still hot. All right, so now to get the ribs inside. Now, if you look at these ribs, they've been sitting for a while. I got a fat end and a skinny end. I'm putting the fat end toward the heat over here. I'm gonna put it toward the back, about like so. Like that, and then the other one's gonna go right next to it, just like that. Okay, now earlier I didn't get all the wings on that I had on the little rack, so I'm going to slide these up. I'm going to put the last few that I have on here. Just going to set them right up here in the front. Try to get them all done at the same time. I pre-seasoned them. Seasoned them just a little bit ago before I brought them out here. We'll put these on there, and then we're going to keep an eye on them. Those will get done faster than them ribs. All right, so one other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a small bowl of water in here to kind of keep things moist and keep things going. Okay, I kicked this temperature on the smoker back down to 275. We're gonna let that go for 3 hours. All right, everybody, let's have a look at these wings. These are nothing short of professional looking. Check them out. They look so good. Of course, if you wanted, you could add a little of the Jimmy Q Sweet and Sassy. And I also have my Jimmy Q Tangy Iowa Bourbon, like a honey mustard. Would go good on either one would go really good on these wings. These are going to be so good. I'm about to bite into one. Look at how it comes off the bone, just perfect. Boy, that rub I made is off the hook. Knocked it out of the park. Really, really good. I'm telling you, don't get no better than this. Next up, a few hours down the road, we're gonna check out them ribs. It'll be a whole nother ball game. So stay tuned. We'll get you some ribs too in a little bit. Okay, so I'm about an hour in on these ribs. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. I'm gonna spray it with a bottle. I got some apple cider vinegar in there. I'm gonna spray it on top of the ribs just for some moisture. Keep them moist, a little bit of flavor. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Probably do that a couple times throughout this whole process. Just spray it on real good. Just a good coat, nothing too crazy and wild. About like that. Okay, them wings are looking good. Those are about done. All right, everybody, I got these in for a little over 3 hours. Now it's time to pull them off, wrap them up in some butcher paper, put them back on the smoker for a couple more hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and yank them off. They're looking really good. Smell really good. All right, I'll go in, wrap them up, we'll put them back on in a few minutes. Okay, so now we're inside. We're gonna go ahead and wrap these up. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some brown sugar down on this paper. About like that. Spread it out a little bit, maybe put a little bit more. Like so. And then I'm gonna throw some honey down on it. Put a good amount of honey. I like it sweet. It's gonna be good. Should work. Take my ribs, put them on face down, like so. Hoping that this will wrap up good. Like so. Do it this way as well. Double wrap it. Then when I put them back on the smoker, I'm going to put them bone side down, so it'll be the opposite way they were the first time. So I'm going to wrap the other one the same way. We'll meet you back at the smoker. All right, so time to put them back inside. Way back there like I had it. That one right here, and we go for a couple more hours. So we'll go ahead and open it up. Oh, the smells so good. Let's get them picked up, put them them on my rack. That ain't too hot, I guess, yet. There. Set them there. Close the lid. Keep the heat going if I can. We'll take them inside. Okay, now for reals. Look at these. They're so juicy. They look so good. The bone is coming away from all the stuff here like it's supposed to. That looks amazing. So, I'm going to put Jimmy's Sweet and Sassy on one. And Jimmy Q's Tangy Iowa Bourbon on the other. I'm going to lather it on good, and then we're going to let it caramelize on the smoker. So just gonna dip into it, slap it on there, get it on there real good. All right, something with a Sweet and Sassy now. This one. All right, so I got them sauced. Going back in. They're pretty hot, so I'm going to pick them up with these. Hopefully I don't drop it. That would suck. Like so. Like that. So, bump my camera. There, like that. Go for another 15-20 minutes and we'll check it out. Alright, so we got about 20 minutes on the last process. Let's take a look. Oh wow. You can see that sauce is caramelized real good. Just take them off here, take them inside, and have a taste here in just a little bit. Keep bumping my camera there. Rack number one. Kind of break it in the middle like that. That's good. That means they're done. They're ready to be cut. And I'm ready to have dinner. All right. Inside we go. Back in just a few. All right, so let's have a close-up look. How do those look? Really good. All right, let's give it a minute. We'll slice them up, take a taste. Those are ready to cut. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll flip it over this way. That way I can see the bones. Bones kind of curve a little bit. Let's take a look at this. That smoke ring looks really good. Looks awesome. I'll just set some up here on the plate. Alright, so there we have it. One rack all cut up, ready to eat. The other rack is just as nice looking. Just going to start with this one. This might be enough to feed our whole family. Now, I just want to give another shout out to this Dr. Doors barbecue. This is that flavor. It's a coffee rub that we use. Also, I use my homemade rub that I started with, and tell you what, it is off the chain. All right, let's have a taste. All right, so we're just gonna have another close-up look. Look at that rib. Tell me that don't look amazing. So let's have a bite and see what we think. Oh man. That's amazing. Comes right off the bone. Perfect. Really good flavor. Man, I'll tell you what, I think I knocked it out of the park with this deal. First time with my Z grill. Can't be happier. Really excited I got it. Nothing went wrong. I got to make sure I keep an eye on the pellet box because it gets low kind of fast. But as long as I pay attention to that, we're golden. I'll tell you what, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about ribs. Tell me how you do your ribs. If I did something wrong, let me know. I'll definitely give it a try next time. And comments are welcome. Tell me what you think. You know, try this at home. If you got a smoker, give me some tips, some ideas, because I tell you what, I'm gonna like this smoker thing. So, tell you what, man, if you haven't become a subscriber yet, smash that subscribe button. I really appreciate your support. Hit that like, hit the notification so you know when I'm gonna do some more. With that being said, I'm Jimmy Eats. That's just what I'm gonna do, everybody. I'm gonna eat. Thanks. Have a great day.